The 10 latest archaeological discoveries in Egypt that have shaken scientists worldwide. The mysteries from ancient times have always been a puzzle for modern people. They have consistently been captivating stories that spark public interest, perhaps because no one can explain how or why these mysteries still exist. This is especially true in Egypt, an ancient and mystical land. Here, archaeologists have made many unique and fascinating discoveries, ranging from the mysteries of thousand-year-old mummies to ancient animal fossils and even to perplexing artifacts. All these findings clearly demonstrate that Egypt is a land full of secrets, rich in the distant past of our history, and it requires further exploration in the future. In this video, let's explore the 10 most shocking recent archaeological discoveries in Egypt that have amazed scientists to see what ancient Egypt was really like. The mummy of a woman with eyes still open. In 2010, Egyptian archaeologists discovered the mummy of a woman who lived around 2,300 years ago in the Bahariya Oasis, located in the Libyan desert, about 300 kilometers southwest of Cairo. This discovery was part of excavations of 14 tombs in the area, and the Egyptian Ministry of Culture believes these tombs may be part of a larger cemetery. The mummy was found inside a gypsum sarcophagus, approximately 1 meter long, intricately carved, and with a very unique shape. The coffin is designed to resemble Roman clothing, with a long cloak, headscarf, bracelets, necklace, and shoes, clearly highlighting the influence of Roman culture during this period. Notably, 2 gemstones were placed in the sarcophagus eye sockets, giving the impression that the mummy's eyes were still open, creating a lifelike image. According to Zahi Hawass, the Secretary General of Egypt's Supreme Council of Antiquities, the archaeological team believes this is the mummy of a woman, possibly someone of small stature or youth. Furthermore, the tomb housing this mummy has a unique design, with staircases and corridors dating back to around 300 BCE. The Bahariya Oasis is famous for large archaeological discoveries, and this is not the first time mummies have been found there. Previously, in 1996, a major discovery was made with 17 tombs containing 254 mummies. These discoveries belong to the period when Egypt was under Greek rule, starting from Alexander the Great's conquest in 332 BCE. Although Alexander was the king of Macedonia, during his reign in Egypt, the country was strongly influenced by Greek culture, particularly among officials and the ruling class. Perhaps the blend of Greek culture with traditional Egyptian customs led to distinctive features in art and architecture, and recent discoveries at Bahariya Oasis continue to shed light on this cultural relationship, offering opportunities to better understand the life and beliefs of ancient Egyptians during the Greek-Roman period. Ancient 4,000-year-old nun's remains. A groundbreaking archaeological discovery was recently made in Egypt, where the remains of an ancient Egyptian nun were unearthed after nearly 4,000 years. The tomb, located in the city of Asyut, about 320 kilometers south of Cairo, was discovered during excavations between August 18 and September 17, 2024. The nun, named Aide, was the daughter of Jefi Hapi the pharaoh, a prominent official in ancient Egyptian society around 1880 BCE. According to the Egyptian Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities, Jefi Hapi the pharaoh is considered one of the most important rulers of Egypt's territories. Aide was a nun and referred to as the Lady of the House, suggesting that she came from a wealthy and high-status family. After her death, her body was mummified, with her internal organs, including her liver, spleen, lungs, and intestines, removed and preserved in separate jars. Preliminary studies of Aide's bones indicate that she died before the age of 40 and had a congenital foot deformity. This discovery not only sheds light on her life, but also raises many questions about the health conditions of the elite in ancient Egyptian society. The most striking discovery during the excavation was 2 nested wooden coffins, one of the finest ever found. The inscriptions and illustrations on the coffins depict the journey of the deceased in the afterlife, a typical feature of ancient Egyptian burial customs. Both coffins were made from foreign wood, sourced from outside Egypt, highlighting the social connections and importance of Aide's family. Funerary items, including a dagger and wooden figurines, were also found in the tomb, possibly intended for Aide's use in the afterlife. However, Aide's tomb had been forgotten and showed signs of long-term looting, with many jewelry items and metal objects stolen. Despite this, the remaining artifacts on her clothing and bones still provide valuable information about Aide's life and status. The 4,400-year-old tomb of the pharaoh's son-in-law. On October 7, 2023, archaeologists rediscovered an ancient tomb that had been lost, containing the well-preserved remains of Ptah, an ancient Egyptian official and son-in-law of a pharaoh. This tomb, dating back around 4,400 years to the 25th and 24th centuries BCE, was identified by researchers at the Czech Institute of Archaeology at Charles University in Prague in 2022 using satellite imagery and ancient maps. However, excavation work only resumed in 2023. The tomb had been partially discovered about 160 years ago by French archaeologist Auguste Mariette, who uncovered a decorative false door with detailed beams. But the tomb was later buried under desert sand. This false door included inscriptions about Ptah's career, revealing that he was the first person outside the royal family permitted to marry a princess, the daughter of Pharaoh Userkaf. This is significant as it demonstrates a shift in ancient Egyptian social structures where marriage into the royal family was extremely rare for non-royals. The tomb also contains important information about the religion and politics of the time. Ptah is believed to have proposed the introduction of the god Osiris into Egyptian temples, a move that had a profound impact on ancient Egyptian religion and culture. The tomb revealed a monumental structure measuring 41.8 meters in length and 21.9 meters in width, including an intact chapel with painted murals at the entrance and a long corridor. While the tomb may have been looted in the past, archaeologists still discovered some funerary items, offerings, and a fish buried with Ptah. What is most remarkable is that Ptah's mummified body remained intact in the coffin, even though the coffin had been partially opened. Egyptian anthropologists examined the remains, providing crucial information about the development of mummification techniques during Egypt's Old Kingdom, especially in the preservation of the body and burial goods. Calling Ptah's tomb an invaluable archaeological discovery, shedding new light on the history, religion, and culture of ancient Egypt is truly not an exaggeration. Special mummies in ancient Egyptian tombs. Over 30 ancient tombs have been excavated in Aswan, a historic city located along the Nile River in Egypt, yielding impressive discoveries about the people who lived there during the Greek-Roman period. These tombs date from around 332 BCE to 395 CE, reflecting a vibrant era in this important trading port, which served as a center of commerce between North Africa and the subtropical regions. Archaeologists have uncovered numerous mummies, coffins, papyrus or carton materials made from recycled papyrus and fabric, clay pots adorned with grapevine motifs, and various artifacts such as altars. According to Patrizia Piacentini, an Egyptologist and archaeologist at the University of Milan, Aswan was a wealthy and significant location for regional merchants and played an essential role in ancient Egyptian history. The tombs were discovered on a hill near the tomb of Aga Khan III, with stairs leading to different levels, a unique feature in the design of tombs from this period, especially when compared to the usual 2 to 3 level tombs. Researchers confirm that these tombs were built over a span of 900 years, from the 6th century BCE to the 3rd century CE, covering the Persian period, the Ptolemaic Greek dynasty, and the Roman Empire. The tombs at the top of the hill were generally reserved for the upper class, while the lower levels housed the middle class. A remarkable discovery was that 30 to 40% of the mummies found in these tombs were children, ranging from newborns to 2 years old, suggesting that a plague may have affected the families buried there. Archaeologists found that many families were buried together, including parents and children. One interesting finding was 2 mummies initially believed to be a mother and child, but after analysis, it was revealed that they were actually siblings buried with their parents. To understand the cause of death, the research team collaborated with doctors at Aswan University Hospital to conduct X-rays, CT scans, and DNA analysis. The results indicated that anemia and infectious diseases, such as tuberculosis, were the primary causes of death. Doctors confirmed that some of the mummies showed signs of tuberculosis, which may have spread within families. Piacentini noted that this discovery provides valuable new information, and the research team is conducting biological analyses to learn more about the diseases that affected people during this period. The team has currently mapped at least 300 tombs in the 20,000 square meter cemetery, opening up opportunities for further research into life and death in ancient Egypt. The tunnel to Cleopatra's tomb. For nearly 20 years, archaeologists have been searching the area around the temple of Taposiris Magna, hoping to find the final resting place of Queen Cleopatra of Egypt and her consort Mark Antony. Finally, on November 9th, they made an unexpected breakthrough. The Egyptian team, along with foreign colleagues, discovered a tunnel cut into the rock beneath an ancient temple, which they believe may lead to the tomb of Queen Cleopatra. The rock tunnel is located about 13 meters underground, stretches over 1,300 meters, and has a height of around 2 meters. Excavating this site is extremely complex and challenging due to parts of the tunnel being submerged in water, and the temple has suffered several earthquakes throughout its history, causing damage in many areas. Researchers estimate that the tunnel dates back to the Ptolemaic dynasty from 304 to 30 BCE. In addition, archaeologists also discovered several artifacts inside the temple, bearing images and the names of Queen Cleopatra and Alexander the Great. Queen Cleopatra died by suicide after her Roman consort, Mark Antony, took his own life following their defeat. Scholars believe Cleopatra planned a joint burial for both herself and Mark Antony, and now archaeologists hope to soon uncover their tombs during the ongoing excavation of the ancient tunnel. Expert Martinez predicts that if Cleopatra's tomb is found, it will be the most significant discovery of the 21st century. A 3,500-year-old treasure in a royal tomb. In September, a remarkable archaeological discovery was made at the Dra el Naga cemetery, near Egypt's famous Valley of the Kings. Archaeologists uncovered a royal Egyptian tomb dating back 3,500 years, containing invaluable artifacts such as jewelry, mummies, and wooden coffins. The tomb consists of a small chamber near the surface and a sarcophagus chamber 8 meters underground, where 8 mummies were found. In the tomb, archaeologists discovered the remains of the deceased along with burial items, including 4 wooden coffins, jewels, and 150 Ushabti figurines, small statues believed to serve as servants for the nobility in the afterlife. Other valuable archaeological items were also found, helping researchers better understand the burial customs and beliefs of ancient Egyptians. One particularly special find was the discovery of 50 ancient seals, 40 of which belonged to 4 Egyptian officials from previously unknown periods. This suggests that the tomb may have been connected to important figures in ancient Egyptian society. 3 mummies found in 2 nearby coffins date from the Middle Kingdom, 2050 to 1800 BCE, demonstrating the continuity of burial practices over the centuries. Egypt's Minister of Antiquities, Khaled Al-Nani, emphasized that these discoveries are of immense importance for understanding Egypt's cultural and historical fields. The oldest animal fossils. An international research team, including experts from the University of Oxford and Cambridge, UK, along with Memorial University, Canada, has discovered more than 100 fossils of rangeomorphs, a plant-like organism resembling the fronds of ferns, dating back between 550 to 580 million years. These fossils were found in the Mistaken Point Ecological Reserve in Newfoundland, Canada, a site renowned for its valuable fossil discoveries of ancient life forms. Rangeomorphs, which resemble modern-day feather corals, are among the earliest forms of life on Earth. The fossils are quite small, with a length of less than 3 centimeters, most being under 6 millimeters. However, when fully grown, these organisms could reach lengths of up to 2 meters. Analysis of the fossil samples reveals that rangeomorphs were complex multicellular organisms that lived during the Ediacaran period, around 542 to 635 million years ago, which is considered the first appearance of animal life on Earth. Dr. Martin Brazier, a member of the research team, stated that these are the oldest animal fossils ever discovered. These organisms lived on the seafloor and were later buried under volcanic rock on a nearby island. This discovery not only reinforces previous scientific theories about the emergence of the first animals on Earth, but it also helps scientists better understand the development of life during Earth's early stages. This could be a major step in unlocking the mysteries of ancient life and contribute to our understanding of the evolutionary process of our planet. If you're someone passionate about exploring the mysteries of the ancient world, I'm sure you'd find this discovery fascinating. Mummified girl found in pharaoh's tomb. Archaeologists have spent many years researching and excavating archaeological sites across Egypt, particularly along the Nile River, famously known as the Valley of the Kings. This region is home to countless tombs and precious artifacts, including the treasures and secrets of ancient Egyptian civilization. One of the most notable discoveries was the tomb of Pharaoh Tutankhamun, found in 1922 in the Valley of the Kings, where Egyptian pharaohs and powerful officials from the New Kingdom period were buried. The tomb of King Tut made headlines when archaeologists uncovered not only the pharaoh's mummified body, but also countless artifacts to assist him in his journey to the afterlife. However, a recent new discovery within Tutankhamun's tomb has stunned researchers. This discovery was featured in the documentary Secrets: The Last Mission of King Tut, broadcast on the Smithsonian Channel, where two mummified girls were found perfectly preserved. After DNA analysis, scientists discovered that these two little princesses were likely the daughters of Pharaoh Tutankhamun. Sadly, both girls were stillborn, one around 4 months and the other nearly 9 months. However, what is remarkable is that both were carefully mummified and buried alongside their father. Professor Salima Ikram, an Egyptologist at the American University in Cairo, noted that mummification of children was not uncommon in the ancient world, but the fact that they were placed in the tomb of the pharaoh is a very special event. According to Dr. Joyce Tildesley, these mummies could be the final insurance policy for King Tut, representing the ancient Egyptians' preparations to protect the pharaoh on his journey to the afterlife. The ancient Egyptians believed that children and women could serve as protectors, accompanying the pharaoh in his battle against dark spirits. This discovery further highlights the mystery and wealth of Tutankhamun, the king who ruled Egypt for about 10 years before dying at the age of 18 in 1323 BCE. The 2000 ram heads fossil. Archaeologists from the Institute for the Study of the Ancient World at New York University recently discovered more than 2,000 mummified ram heads in a temple in Sohag, southern Egypt, dedicated to Pharaoh Ramses II. The discovery of the ram heads in Ramses II's temple at Abydos, one of Egypt's most famous archaeological sites, is a testament to the reverence held for the pharaoh. In ancient Egyptian culture, male rams were symbols of power and fertility, and they were associated with the god Khnum, a creator god depicted with the head of a ram. These ram heads, along with other offerings such as dogs, wild goats, cattle, antelope, and ostriches, were presented as part of the ritual honoring Ramses II nearly 1,000 years after his death. In addition to this discovery, the archaeological team unearthed a building dating back about 4,000 years, constructed during the 6th dynasty of ancient Egypt, 2345 to 2181 BCE, as well as many other important artifacts like statues, papyrus, leather garments, footwear, and remnants of ancient trees. One of the notable finds was a large structure with a wall about 5 meters thick, providing archaeologists with insights into the landscape of Abydos before Ramses II's temple was built. The mysterious remains in clay coffins. On February 24, 2020, archaeologists discovered 83 tombs containing the remains of ancient Egyptians in the Dhekelia region, located in northern Egypt. What makes this discovery particularly unique is that the bodies were not buried in stone coffins, as is commonly seen in other archaeological sites, but rather in coffins made of clay. This is a remarkable finding that raises many questions about burial practices during this period. According to Egypt's Ministry of Antiquities, this discovery has drawn significant attention from experts, particularly 3 tombs dating back to the Naqada III period, around 3100 BCE. During this time, Egypt's upper-class individuals were typically buried in tombs constructed from mud brick or in wooden coffins. In contrast, the poorer people were often buried in simple, shallow graves with no coffins. This is why the finding of clay coffins in these tombs has sparked so much curiosity. This discovery leads archaeologists to believe that the Dhekelia region may have been a densely populated area and home to many ancient Egyptians. I completely agree. The ancient world is full of mysteries that continue to amaze and intrigue us. Each discovery not only reveals the value of the artifacts found, but also gives us a glimpse into the glorious past of the people who lived there. It's fascinating how these findings help us understand their culture, beliefs, and way of life. Today's topic is a great reminder of how much history is still waiting to be uncovered. What do you think about the incredible discoveries we've discussed today? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to our channel so you won't miss out on other exciting discoveries. For now, goodbye and see you next time.